Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. Thank you for coming out. I'm sorry for this episode being up a little bit later in the day than I wanted it to be. The big Genshin patch came out last night, so we were streaming that for quite a bit, and then I got excited about some Magic the Gathering cards this morning, so I've been sitting here doing some stuff with that. But we're back to what we should be doing, which is the Let's Play. We're on this Horde of Darkness quest still from yesterday. Just in the previous episode, we had gained access to the Janindu Elite skill, where they barf on people. So now we are taking said barf because we need it to actually kill these guys up here. And it's a little bit annoying the way the heroes use them. The way the heroes use them is they'll actually like use the skill once, but then they'll go into melee range, and you need to be a minimum distance away from people to actually use the skill, so that's kind of annoying. But yeah. So let's head on out there. We are in the Akai Plain, whatever. Which is a new area, which is pretty standard for the Desolation, to be honest with you. It's definitely getting more and more messed up as we get closer to... oh crap. As we get closer to the end. So I'm actually going to deal with these guys first. Let's use our siege skill. Actually does a lot of damage, yeah, 300 damage, so we want to siege as much as we can. And these Hordes of Darkness are the things we're supposed to be killing. And the interesting thing about them is that they take legitimately no damage if you don't hit them with the siege. So a lot of times what you actually have to do for this is ping your teammates back, and then the heroes will use the siege. So if you want them to siege, you kind of put them back, and then they'll use the siege skill. So you do that again since it has a short cooldown. Get them back, and then they should use the siege skill. Get them back, and you might have to micro all of it. That's why I have all the panels open just in case. Because if you don't micro it, then you're just going to be here forever. Thankfully, the AI seem to prioritize the skill over the others since it does do the most damage. So it's not too bad that you have to manually do it, since a lot of times they'll do it themselves. Get everybody back, and hopefully we can kill this guy. There we go. Alright. Susuke. There you go. Use that. So there's a couple groups of these guys we have to find, or we have to kill. Oh, and that just reminds me. So I've been kind of hinting at a bonus episode I want to make talking about a way to get across the sands without actually having to use the worms. And you can't actually use that to progress with the story, sadly. The way it actually works is that it essentially just lets you get to Vabi early and get armor. It doesn't let you skip the story. But there used to be a way that actually lets you skip the story as well. You used to be able to come over to this area here and then gate glitch your way through. And then you'll see there's a massive pillar on the other side. You'll see in a second whenever we get over there to do our thing. But that's useful for the next part of the quest. Just remember that pillar over there. So that pillar is something important to do with this story. But anyway, you used to go over there and you could skip to essentially this point in the story. Which was very nice for those of us who wanted to get characters to the to the Nightfall endgame. You want to be a little bit careful with pinging the characters too far away, since they will sometimes go too far. You don't want the enemy to move, because if the enemies move, then the skill will be cancelled. There we go. What are you all even using mana on? Oh, the siege. The siege costs mana. I think the even like technical best way to do this is essentially just to break aggro of these guys and then come back in all siege. Oh, we found a desert worm. Interestingly enough, it's a different kind of worm. It's like the worms from Prophecies. So it uses the Prophecies worm model, which is kind of interesting. Keep checking sieges at the horde off cooldown. Come on, shoot it. Shoot it. There we go. Alright, now see this gate here is dropped. You can go through. Come on, let me go. So slow. Too fat. Worm too fat, confirmed. But yeah, see this thing here, Solitary Colossus? You have to use the Worm Siege on it. Back in the day, you used to be able to actually hit this with like a degen spell, and that would kill it and let you get across. But nowadays, you actually have to hit it with the siege ability. It actually is invulnerable if you don't, I believe. At least whenever I tried it recently, that's how that worked. And by recently, I mean a couple of years ago. And people I was playing with at the time said it had been patched as well. But this is always a pretty cool part of the story. We get to knock over this big Colossus thing, and then we get to walk across it. Captain Mehan. This is the first like actual like Cornin we've seen here. And normally it's been Marganites and stuff. Does Blessed by Abaddon feel the chaos sweep over them? The knowledge and the secrets are enough to drive you mad. I've seen its effect manifest in many different ways, yet this madly symphony strengthened my resolve to stand by General Morgan during his darkest hour. You are the ones Morgans was sided with who get to see such bright heroes in a time of total darkness. I see you can tell I had been touched by Varish's dark god Abaddon. Yes, it is true. I was left behind when Varish sent her forces to Vabi to hunt the Sun Spears. As more and more of her army received the dark god's blessings, some were driven mad while others committed suicide rather than suffer the madness. I had to stay strong even as I descended into darkness. I knew Morgan would need good men if he were to ever to return. So I remained with Varish as she crossed the desolation seas of the Bone Palace. Varish then pushed towards the mouth of Torment, and where she now performs the dark ceremony even as we speak. As the ceremony swelled, the strongest creature I've ever encountered rallied for battle. As the horde of darkness is decimated, Abaddon only knows what you'll face next. I was left in charge of Varish's final line of defense, but as you can see, I am in Morgan's service, not hers. What would you have me? We must reach the mouth of Torment. Of course, I'm here to serve Morgan. I've seen what Varish's dark god plans for this world. It's not what I would want for my children or anyone else. Even though I have been blessed, it does not mean I cannot fight this battle to the end. Let me know when you are ready. We are Shreddy Freddy. Holy hell.
The Mouth of Torment. Varish's mentor Kayat spoke of it. It was here that the 5 gods defeated Abaddon. Here that the walls of his prison are the weakest.
Shouldn't they be the strongest here?
Also will finish her ritual.
She will turn the world into torment and unleash Abaddon into that world.
Oh boy.
Are you up for this?
Yes. No. I just remember Varish as she was. She did so much for Korna. She was a good leader.
She has been touched by Abaddon.
We have all been touched by Abaddon. Our entire world. We must stop it now.
When the time comes, you have to strike.
I know. But I will strike her down. Only because I remember what she was. I will redeem her memory.
That will be good enough.
Dun dun dun! It's the final countdown! Doo doo doo! Ruins of Moria. Alright, where is, Crud? So we actually have to take Morgan with us on this mission, so I have to find somebody I don't want. I guess Margaret's the worst. Let's talk to Captain Mihan again. Please take this with my thanks. You see, Morgan and I were close friends, even though his father was a high-ranking noble and mine just a simple guard captain. We both worship Lissa and Grip, viewing the world in much the same way. He and I have seen more than our share of dire situations and saved each other's lives more than either of us care to remember. I would follow him into the depths of the realm of the tournament if he so commanded. It's a shame that Varish and Bale could not inspire that loyalty. Interesting. Interesting. Let's just do a quick build for him real quick. I'm just gonna give him something relatively similar to mine. So let's just do this real quick. Where's the tactics? Where's For Great Justice? Oh no, here it is. For Great Justice. Maybe down here. God, what do I even give him? Yeah, let's just give him some of the stuff I have that we know is alright. Sure, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Sure, you can have some command, some leadership. Sure. Does anybody else have those right now? You have a stand your ground already. So he doesn't really need that. He can have... Yeah, I don't know. Sure. And... Sure. Not great, but whatever. That should be a fine build. Good enough. We don't need great. Let's read the outpost description. The grandeur of this ancient Elodian city is still seen amidst its crumbling visage. Echoes of a noble and grand purpose. Originally established to watch over the mouth of torment, Moria was a haunted place. It was abandoned 200 years after its founding. Since coming to the spread of the desert, recent ruptures from the crater have further destroyed this once majestic city as the realm of torment seeps through the cracks of reality. Do a little bit of a look around. We're actually going to do this mission in this episode just because this mission is actually extremely short. Pretty cool little outpost, though. Kind of like it. A lot more Ascension pilgrims and dynastic spirits hanging out in this outpost, as that's really the only things that are this deep in the desert. They do a pretty good job of showing the desert as bleak and, like, lifeless. Despite the fact that, obviously, there's still going to be a ton of enemies and stuff in the desert just to make it, like, you know, a zone. They at least do a decent job on making it feel like there's very little life here. Outside of the natives who are angry. Alright, let's talk to Captain Mahan and go on in. For Ilona, You've done well to pierce through Varish's rear vanguard, but it's particularly due to luck. She's been in deep trance orchestrating the grand convocation with Abaddon. Because of this, she's not struck back with force. However, the Horde of Darkness is a sign that the bounds of the realm of Torment are pushing on their own. And its madness, once for all, once you're ready, I'll help you slip in the crater, hopefully undetected. Alright. Varish killing time. Alright. As long as they interrupt enough of her spells, it should be fine. Varys, don't start with your weird bugging BS that you do. Alright, come on. Nope, further back, further back, further back. Alright. Wait, let's ping you guys back. Very important for this mission that you keep your allies back, because they are likely to do very stupid things. Okie dokie. This should be alright. I have her kind of focused on me, so as long as we can kill this stuff before it spawns its babies, we should be fine. Go Spear of Torment next. A Ranger next. How is Dunkoro, excuse me, how is Dunkoro slowly dying? You all have energy. You all have mana. There should not be a world where one of the healers is slowly dying. I'm so confused why they're taking so much damage. Alright, now we should be fine, though. Assuming that no one decides they want to go off on some weird side mission now, everybody should be fine. We should just be able to brute force Varish down here, I think. She does not have that much HP left. Papa, there's nothing to fear. Nope, nope. Run away. Oh, thank God we got her. What a dumb mission. You just have to keep resetting till the AI works properly, basically. It's so stupid. Oh, the mouth is sucking in the Abaddon mask. You see that? Why Abaddon look like a bionicle?
I am sorry, Varish. Both for you and for Ilona.
What now, Morgan? We stopped the ritual. Does it end with Varish's death?
I don't know. Each part of the ritual at Gandhara, at the Temple of Lissa, and now here, was to weaken the walls of Abaddon's prison.
If the walls are weakened too much, could something breach them from the other side? From the realm of torment itself?
I
Interesting.
Everyone, out of the area, now!
Holy. Well. That's a... Night has fallen on Alona. The heroes must confront the dark god Abaddon. In the realm of torment itself. Dun dun dun! Woody twist! The Gate of Torment. But that's going to be all for today's episode. I want to thank you for coming out. We're going to explore this place in the next episode. But with that, I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.